Hi, so I want to share with you guys how to avoid bubbles in Jesmonite, which is a big pain. But I've been working with Jesmonite for about 4 years, and I've made myself some small rules that definitely helps, and I just want to show you what it can look like if you use these methods. So this is standard oval tray. I don't know if you can see that. No bubbles, and especially no bubbles. So let me show you how. So let me just walk you through the tools that you're gonna need if you wanna make Jesmonite without bubbles. So first of all, you need your power tool. There's no way that you can use a stick or whatever to get this right, especially if it's a little bit lumpy. So you need this, and it has the Jesmonite mixing blade on it, medium sized. I usually work with larger quantities, so I use the big mixing blades, but you can get it small as well. You need a sieve, which you always need to sieve your Jesmonite powder before you use it. I never do it without it. Then you need a little spray can with just alcohol, propyl alcohol, whatever you can get from the pharmacy that will evaporate. Yeah, you need that in a spray bottle. You need your Jesmonite and the liquid, and I have learned that the ratio 2.5 to 1 doesn't work for me, so I do 2.2, which makes it a little bit more runny, but it will also not let the bubbles stick to the bottom as easily. So 2.2 for me. I don't take any responsibility for what you do, but it works for me. Then you need a small brush, just a small one. Don't use the fancy expensive ones. This will at some point not work anymore. And you need, of course, your stick or whatever you have to get the rest out of your mixing bowl. And of course you need your mold. I usually wipe down my molds with baby wipes to ensure that there's no fuzzy thingies around. So whatever you need to do to have a clean mold. So these are the tools you need. When mixing your Jesmonite, I would usually go for the liquid first. The reason for that is that if you pour the liquid first, the powder won't get stuck to the bottom of your bowl, which means less lumpy. So you just add it here. And as I said, I use the ratio 2.2 to 1. And then I put my powder in here. There you go. Power tool time. Just stick it in there. Alright. And from now on, we have exactly 20 minutes. There we go. I always time it so I know exactly how much time I have. Here we go. When you're mixing it with the mixing blade, it is probably pretty easy to see when it has been done it up. So what we do is you mix until the lumps are gone, and then you mix a little more because you need to mix until it's sort of gets this silky smooth surface when you just keep mixing it. So once you can see that, it's probably mixed pretty well. I don't know how long it took for me, but all right. Now you can see a lot of bubbles in the bowl. I'm just dabbing it gently to make them come up to the surface because I don't usually dab my molds at all. So I do it in here, and if there are bubbles, I will use a little bit of alcohol and just put it on there. And because it's 2.2 parts powder to fluid, they will usually pop when you use the alcohol. If it's thicker than that, they will not pop. So as long as it's we are good, there you go. And for the next part, there are some other things we can do. Now, when you have a round mold like this, the way that I pour to ensure that there are no bubbles is I always pour the sides first, all the way around, nice and slow, with a thin sort of, I'll show you, and then the middle at the end. So when I have my, I can see more bubbles. just do that again. There you go. And we have our mixing pin here. Okay. So when you pour, you keep it up high so that it's a thin line, and you pour down the side. Nice and slow. Keep it a thin line here, just nice and slow. And then let the bottom of the mixture meet. That will remove any bubbles that will get stuck at the bottom. Pour the rest in. Here we go. Nice and slow. Here. Alright. Then you take your brush. And this of course will not work if you have terrazzo pieces in the edges, or if you have like different colors that you need to separate. This will not work. But when you have block colors where you don't need to worry about it, or if you do marble, it works as well. So you just take your brush and you run it around like this. Just let it run one time around. There we go. You take your spray and you see all the bubbles pop. That's it. This will give you this beautiful result, which has not one single bubble anywhere. Hope that helped. Bye.